Hey son, CyberKnight-Miky, and why do I have a G.I. Joe figure in front of me? Well, that's pretty simple. Because I really like hot women. Yes, today we're gonna take a look at the Hiya Toys G.I. Joe Baroness, which of course I've never really grown up with G.I. Joe, but I am familiar with it. I've seen some clip of it, and I do know that Baroness is a member of the terrorist group Cobra, and that she's a hot baddie. I mean, everyone knows that. And I won't lie, she does look good. And this is a 4-inch figure of Baroness, and let me just compare it to another figure that is only 4-inch. Yep. And let's just compare it to another. Yeah. She's small. I mean, if we compare her to the T-Rex, it kind of makes a lot of sense. And speaking of which, I'm gonna talk about the size comparison right now, because I'm not gonna talk about it from here on out. And here we also have her next to 2014 Godzilla, which is also by Hiya Toys. Yeah, go figure. So, if you're pretty much new to Hiya collection, you basically should know that Hiya Toys didn't always pretty much do Godzilla toys back in the day. Back in the day, they were known to pretty much release 4-inch scale figures of beloved properties such as Predator, G.I. Joe, and then pretty much like Star Trek and all that sort of stuff. So they have been in this kind of 4-inch scale right from when they start. But they kind of quality control kind of varies from figure to figure. One would be a really neato, the other would be quality control mess. And this figure is no exception. And before we continue onward, make sure that you leave a like to this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on anything new that will be released, because I'm gonna focus on making really just simple review stuff from here on out, because no one is gonna goddamn watch my videos. Are you? And that you could also get her at Goddammit, which sadly she sold out, but there's other higher products in that store that you can check out. Don't forget to use code Miky. Now, as we take a look at the overall figure, yeah, the overall proportions and the painting and sculpting of this figure is very, very sexy. She looks fire. But what it is there that is kind of a nitpick and kind of a con of this figure, it would be the face sculpt, which, yeah, this looks like a kind of person that would literally have plastic surgery, which, considering the lore, is quite ironic. Celebrities, when they go plastic surgery to look fine, years later this is what they will look like. Absolute horrendous monsters. But yeah, this, jokes aside, they could have gotten a little bit better. I mean, compared to the promotional pictures, that one looks absolutely fine. But here, oh dear lord, they could have at least given a little bit more final touch, because yeah, this is just, well, she does look fine if you squint, but they close it up, you can see the kind of nitpicks, and yeah, they could have gotten a little bit better with the face sculpt, but the rest of the figure is absolutely amazing. Another issue I do need to point out that would be very good to know is the hip system, or, well, the hip joint system, which they do the same sliding up and down like the S6 figure arts, which, if you've seen my unboxing for the Snail Shell 3 Wise Monkeys, you would know that the sliding system for S6 figure arts, it's quite, let's just say, a bit risky, because essentially, for example, Sailor Moon, you will have the same kind of system where she moves up and down all the time to get more range of motion. However, there have been some reports where these kind of joints, when they begin to crack, that's it for the joint. There is no way you can fix it. And that's sort of what happens with some Hiya products from other people that have been reported their stuff pretty much breaking. And that is something that is a bit disappointment, considering, well, Hiya does really do some good stuff, but when they are bad, they are bad. But that's not to throw shade on this figure. I mean, considering how much it costs, which is not really a bad price at all. I mean, for crying out loud, if I am accepting quite a high price point for a Velociraptor, I'm pretty much fine with this figure. I'm so out of touch with price point at this point. But the rest of the sculpting from the, the plot and the bakery is pretty damn spot on. I mean, she is supposed to be a kind of a supermodel terrorist villainess, so it does make a lot of sense about her character. And then there is some areas that are very, very impressive due to the small shape of this body. Like, how the hell did they manage to sculpt this tiny? Like, in cheaper figure, that would have been a lot more difficult, but here, they really took their time to make a lot of the areas really pristine. And while there's some painting that could have been better, I do love the kind of solo shading that it kind of fades away. Like, it's been used a lot of time when they're on a mission. And the purple, pinkish purple, oh, it just pops. It just pops. And I do love the shoes. The shoes are exquisite. Of course, the articulation is pretty damn simple. She has a bulge on the head. She can look up that far and down that far. Of course, the solar panels are just restricted before, but I did tell it a little bit, not too much, which it's not supposed to be, but I only did it because of my copy. Leave it to the professionals, but she does get a little bit more range thanks to that kind of fixing. So she has now a 9-degree outward movement. 360 degrees rotation at the arm. The bicep swivel here, and only a single hinge joint that actually goes more than a 90? Huh. Impressive, isn't it? Why can't the female Transformers have better rings than that? That's even better than any Hasbro products ever. And I'm not joking. If we're gonna take a look at the base, yeah. This is a licensed product from Hasbro, so they actually had a second party to make this product, and honestly, it's more better quality than the Hasbro. I'm gonna say it right here, right now. They do that. And then she has a ball joint on the fists, which you can swivel and rotate all around. She has an double ball joint system on the top and at the bottom of the waist joint, so she has a lot of movement, and that's a very bonus point for this figure. Like, huh? This small figure has 2 ball joints on top and bottom. Why can't Figma's, Essie's figures, or any Schnellscher's brothers actually have more of this? This is really great. She can arc that much and crunch that much, which is fire. Of course, we talked about this shifting system, which do be careful because you cannot replace it. That's okay, it just pops. But yeah, she can kick up that far, and if you slide down a little bit, she can kick up that far. And she also has a beautiful spread. Of course, if we're considering the thigh swivel, she has one a little bit here, but she has one here for the belts. Then a double knee system to get more bend, which is nice. She has an up, down, and a pivot. And of course, a little bit of a swivel. So the articulation is really nice. Of course, you do need to be careful in some areas, because if it breaks, that's a bit disappointing. Now, as for the accessories, she comes with a base that is very nicely sculpted. That is a diorama that is just Oh, I just love this diorama. It has bullets, just rubbles. It's just mwah, chef's kiss. And she has a port here like any kind of Hasbro or NECA product, like Marvel's Legends or any NECA Predators or Alien. You just put the feet down and just tap it in, and now she can rest here. Of course, she also comes with her trusty SMG or her, well, silenced pistol. Well, an SMG with a silencer, and it actually looks really nice. There's a name for it, I just can't be bothered. Which just has just tap in here, and that looks pretty good. She also comes with a pair of pistols that is stored on the belt, which is a very nice weapon storage that she can pretty much hold with her optional hands, which she also comes with. And that looks really fine. And of course, let's not forget the knife that is behind her back that also can be removed and plugged into her hand, which is also very nice. And last but not least, she comes with a optional hairpiece for this Baroness, which you need to remove and then attach this flowy hair, and it's good to go. And now she can really just have a very beautiful scenery. The only problem is that the hair is not that well secured, but it is what it is. If you squish it a little bit, now it kind of is a little bit secured. So there we go. There's Baroness. Now, what to say about this figure? I would say for something that is 4-inch figure, they did a really good job with this one. Could it be better? Yes. I do wish that it could have at least given a little bit more time with the face sculpt. That is the only kind of problem I have with the figure. And that they could have come up with upgrade a little bit with the hip system, considering the history of that joint kind of breaking, and will pretty much kill off that joint system, which is a bit disappointing. But other than that, the stuff that you comes with, I say it's quite worth it if you collect 4-inch figures, or if you are a fan of G.I. Joe in general. Or if you pretty much start off with the G.I. Joe collection, I think, well, give her a test and see if you like it. But right now she kind of is sold out on Goddammit, so I do recommend if you find her in a good price and not just over $50, do not pay over $50 for these figures. I'd say 30 or below $20 or below $30. That's it. Find her in a good sale and you'll be satisfied. Anyway, that's all I had to say about this figure. Thank you all so much for watching, and only time will tell what I'm about to review next. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.